There are truths so sharp that once you face them, you cannot go back to ignorance. They cut through illusion, through wishful thinking, through the stories we were raised to believe. And yet, if you have the courage to meet these truths head-on, something extraordinary happens. You become untouchable in a way that no manipulator, no false friend, no chaos of circumstance can touch. We were all told a comforting story growing up. The world is fair. People are kind. Hard work always pays off. But life, in its quiet honesty, whispers something different. The game isn't fair. Not everyone plays clean. Effort without clarity doesn't guarantee success. It only guarantees exhaustion. The Stoics never sugarcoated this. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you'll find strength." He meant that our greatest battlefield isn't out there, but in here, inside the mind. Master that, and you rise above 90% of crowd. So today, let's go beyond comfort. Let's step into what I call dangerous intelligence. The kind of awareness that sees through appearance, that cannot be manipulated, that stays calm in storms others drown in. It's not about outsmarting others. It's about mastering yourself so completely that deception finds no foothold. Here are 8 ruthless lessons, sharp, practical, and liberating. Each one is a blade forged in clarity. And lesson 6, in particular, will forever change how you see relationships. Lesson 1, emotions drive, logic rides shotgun. We like to think of ourselves as rational beings, but that's a beautiful lie. Most decisions are born from emotion and then dressed up in logic afterward. The reasoning we give is often nothing more than a justification written after the impulse has already acted. I once coached a man in Austin who swore he spent thousands on a scientifically superior fitness program. He quoted data, trainers' resumes, metabolic studies. All of it sounded rational. But when we dug deeper, the truth surfaced. He was lonely after a divorce. What he truly wanted wasn't a fitness plan. It was belonging. His spreadsheets were armor. You'll see this pattern everywhere. In politics, relationships, workplaces. The angry outburst that seems irrational is almost always about pride, fear, or belonging. The colleague resisting a new process may not fear change itself, but the hidden question behind it: will this make me relevant? So train your perception. When emotion surges, pause. Ask, what am I really feeling right now? Anger? Fear? The need to be seen? Then ask the harder question: what will I regret tomorrow if I act on this impulse? And when others flare up, don't battle their logic. Acknowledge their emotion. I can see this matters to you is often the bridge that turns conflict into understanding. That is dangerous intelligence. The ability to name emotion before it names you, to prevent fire rather than control it. Logic is the map, but emotion is the engine. You can't cut emotion out. You can only learn to steer it. Lesson 2. Everyone acts in self-interest. This is not cynicism. It's clarity. The sooner you accept it, the less disappointment you'll feel. We like to believe in pure altruism, that people act purely for others. But beneath every choice lies self-interest. Sometimes noble, sometimes selfish, but always present. I once knew a woman who appeared endlessly generous. She volunteered, remembered birthdays, organized events. People called her selfless. Later I learned she was preparing for a city council run. And all that goodwill was groundwork. The kindness was real, but so was the calculation. Once I saw that clearly, I felt no bitterness, only respect. She had aligned her self-interest with service. That's smart. The Stoics would approve. Marcus Aurelius himself admitted that his service to Rome also fulfilled a sense of duty and virtue. So stop expecting people to act against their incentives. As Seneca said, expecting the wicked not to do wrong is to ask water not to flow. Instead, ask what they really want. Find the overlap. Build agreements where self-interest aligns instead of collides. That's how wise people operate. Not by demanding selflessness, but by engineering harmony between motives. This is dangerous intelligence. Seeing the hidden engine under human behavior and using it, not resenting it. Lesson 3. Most people can't handle the truth about themselves. We think self-awareness is common, but it's rare, painfully rare. Most people are not lying to you. They're lying to themselves. The harshest mirror isn't the one we hold to others, but the one we hold to our own reflection. And most can't bear it. I had a friend who constantly complained that he was being overlooked at work. Every setback was someone else's fault. Bad bosses, office politics, favoritism. But when I gently pointed out that he often arrived late, missed deadlines, and argued with colleagues, he snapped, "You don't understand my situation." He didn't want truth. He wanted comfort. The Stoics called this self-deception the root of slavery. Because if you can't see your own part in the problem, you'll never own the power to change it. Marcus Aurelius wrote daily to confront his own flaws, his temper, his pride, his attachments. He wasn't performing humility. He was maintaining freedom. So ask yourself, what truth am I avoiding? What feedback makes me defensive? What pattern am I repeating while blaming others? These are ruthless questions, but they're the doorway to growth. The dangerous mind welcomes correction because it values accuracy over ego. Others protect their illusions. You will protect your progress. Lesson 4. Success creates enemies. You will be celebrated for your potential and resented for your achievement. When you're struggling, people cheer for you. You're safe, relatable, unthreatening. But once you succeed, something changes. Your success becomes a mirror that reflects others' inaction. Instead of inspiration, they feel irritation. A college friend of mine built a business from nothing. Everyone rooted for him until he began to win. Then came the jokes. He's changed. Money got to his head. The same people who once offered help now whispered envy. Understand this. Your success doesn't create jealousy. It reveals it. Marcus Aurelius knew this pain intimately. Even as emperor, he faced betrayal and mockery. His response? Serenity. Very little is needed for a happy life. It is all within yourself. So when others turn cold, don't shrink. Don't dim to make them comfortable. Continue your work with quiet excellence. The louder their gossip, the clearer your purpose must become. Dangerous intelligence means expecting resistance. It's not personal, it's inevitable. Let your focus be your revenge. Let your results speak. Lesson 5. Everyone is selling you something. Every interaction is a transaction of influence. Every story, every compliment, every invitation carries intent. This doesn't mean people are evil. It means they're human. They want something: approval, cooperation, validation, money, safety. Once, an old acquaintance invited me for coffee. Warm smile, nostalgic talk, genuine concern, or so I thought. Halfway through came the pitch. She had joined a business opportunity. The friendship was bait. The product was my trust. I didn't hate her for it. I simply saw clearly. Influence wears many masks. Kindness, urgency, guilt. Marcus Aurelius lived surrounded by flatterers and opportunists. He learned to listen not to words, but to motives. So when you hear someone speak, don't ask, "Is this true?" Ask, "What do they want me to do with this truth?" It's not paranoia, it's awareness. Once you see the hidden exchange behind every interaction, you stop being sold and start choosing consciously. Dangerous intelligence is not distrust. It's discernment. You can respect others' intentions while keeping your agency intact. Lesson 6. People reveal who they are. Believe them. This lesson will save you years of heartbreak. People are constantly revealing their character in how they treat waiters, in how they handle inconvenience, in how they talk about those absent from a room. But most of us ignore the signs because hope is louder than evidence. I once worked with a business partner who embellished stories in meetings. I excused it as enthusiasm. Later, small expenses didn't quite add up. I rationalized those too. Years later, he tried to cut me out of the company. Looking back, the truth had been clear from day one. I just didn't want to believe it. Maya Angelou said, "When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time." The Stoics live by that rule. Judge not by words, but by patterns. Not by apologies, but by consistencies. If someone lies when it's convenient, they'll betray when it's profitable. If they disrespect small people, they'll eventually disrespect you. Dangerous intelligence is not about cynicism. It's about ending self-deception. See the evidence. Accept it. Adjust your boundaries, not their stories. Lesson 7. Comfort is the enemy of growth. Comfort is seductive. It tells you you're safe, that you've earned your rest, that staying where you are is enough. But slowly, comfort dulls her edge. I once knew a brilliant software engineer. High pay, flexible hours, easy workload, the dream. Yet after 3 years, he was restless, unmotivated, behind on new tech. When layoffs came, his secure job vanished, and he realized too late that comfort had been decay in disguise. Seneca practiced voluntary discomfort. He would sleep on the floor, eat simple meals, and remind himself that luxury weakens the soul. Marcus Aurelius chose hardship willingly, leading troops through bitter winters, though he could have ruled from marble halls. Their wisdom was simple. The body grows stronger under resistance, and so does the mind. So seek difficulty. Take the course that scares you. Speak when silence feels safer. Wake earlier. Train harder. Learn more than you're required to. Comfort kills more dreams than failure ever will. Because failure teaches, but comfort only sedates. Dangerous intelligence means noticing when life feels too easy and asking, where am I shrinking to stay safe? Lesson 8. Remember death and live fully. This is the most ruthless lesson and the most freeing. You're going to die. And most of what you worry about means nothing in that light. We waste years chasing approval, fearing rejection, building little towers of ego. Yet death levels all towers. A man I knew spent his life obsessed with neighborhood gossip, career politics, and superficial achievements. Then came the diagnosis. In facing death, he found truth. The lawn didn't matter. The gossip didn't matter. Only love, purpose, and presence remained. The Stoics called this memento mori. Remember you must die. Not to be morbid, but to be awake. Marcus Aurelius wrote, do not act as if you're going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while you can be good. When you remember death, you stop wasting time. You stop arguing online. Stop postponing dreams. Stop clinging to people who drain your peace. You start living urgently, meaningfully, deliberately. That's dangerous intelligence at its peak. Freedom through truth. Conclusion. The courage to see clearly. These 8 lessons are not comfortable. They strip away illusion, and that hurts. But clarity is always the beginning of power. Most people drift through life blinded by comfort, ego, and emotion. You, however, are choosing sight. You are choosing to see through the fog. The Stoics did not seek happiness through fantasy. They sought peace through truth, even brutal truth. Because once you face reality without flinching, you stop being its victim. So let this be your vow. I choose clarity. From today forward, may you see through appearances, master your emotions, and live awake, dangerous in the best possible way. Unshaken, unmanipulable, and utterly free.